Are you just learning how to make wreaths and want to know the best method to cut mesh for sunflowers or other mesh flowers? Stay tuned because I'm going to show you the products I use and how to use them. Hi, it's Patty Davis with Crooked Tree Creations. I wanted to show you just some of the products that I use whenever I cut my mesh. I use a wood burning tool whenever I cut my poly burlap. And the reason I do that, it helps keep the fraying down. So it's kind of, it really does help. But when you use a wood burning tool, see, I have this one here. It has an on-off switch here. I'll get a little bit closer to you. It has a chisel tip on there, okay? And it's just, this is actually one of the least expensive wood burning tools that I found on Amazon, but it does the job. That's all we need. We need something that's not so expensive and it does the job. So this is it. Okay, has a little stand there for you. It works great. But when you use a wood burning tool, I do suggest, if you have windows or whatever, keep them open because we want air circulation. I usually will have a fan going. I don't have the fan going today just because I don't want that noise over me talking to you. I want to make sure you can hear me. So that's just one of those things. A lot of people just say to use a mask. If you use a mask, use one of those, like, what are those called? The N90s or something like that, that are like really good masks. So you don't breathe this plastic in, because you will see, I'm going to show you whenever I cut, a lot of the time you will see smoke coming up, and that smoke is actually not good for your lungs. So it's just one of those things. Try to make sure you have a fan going, you have windows open, something like that, okay? But always make sure, see, I have a cutting mat, and then I have this glass, very dirty glass cutting board. And if you have a cookie sheet, if you can't find a glass cutting board, use a cookie sheet. Something that can take heat, because you don't want to use this wood burning tool directly on your cutting mat because it will melt the cutting mat, okay? So I have a glass cutting board, and this one that I got this off of Amazon, it is, let me see, this one was 12 by 16. The cutting mat itself, that is 24 by 36 inches. This is a nice big one. I actually just purchased this one before I had, it was the 24 by 18, which worked perfectly fine. The reason I wanted this, because it would make it so much easier for me to measure my wreaths whenever I'm done, so I can, have a very good description, because, well, I usually use a tape measure, but I just thought this way would be so much easier. Just lay it down flat and boom, there you go. So anyhow, I wanted to show you actually how I cut the mesh. I hope you can see down here, but I have this purple here, okay? All I do, I cut almost everything 10 inches by 10 inches. So I have this here, go to the 10-inch mark right here, and you will see this wood burning tool cuts right through. It is very slick, very simple, and it's done, okay? I usually will stay in between the lines of the poly burlap. I have noticed other people, and I normally don't do this, so I personally don't know, but a lot of people will just use a metal ruler to keep it straight. However, that does not guarantee that you are going to stay within the lines of the poly burlap. So will that work? I don't know. But if you use a ruler, I actually purchased this one off of Amazon. It was like $6.50, something like that. Make sure it is metal and not plastic, because again, you do not want this wood burning tool to melt anything. So, because listen, this poly burlap is plastic. It melts that. You don't want it to melt your ruler or anything else. So, but yes, you can use this metal ruler, just cut it straight down, and that works out fantastic. Didn't get that little last bit right there. So very simple. And I don't know if you could just see that puff of smoke. That's what I'm talking about. You don't want to breathe that. It's not good for you. So there is that. I just wanted to show you like the wood burning tool, how I like to cut using that. Now, there are several pedals out there that I just recently discovered that I absolutely love, that the cut edges of the poly burlap will not show. So you don't have to use a wood burning tool in that case. Let me unplug that. That's when you can just use your rotary cutter. And this one is a Fiskars I got off of Amazon just recently because my old one was borrowed from a friend and never returned. But for those, again, just cut straight up. And if you wanted to use the ruler just to make sure you were good and straight, there you go. This has a little safety feature on there. Just click on that. Make sure you are pressing down good enough. But there you go. That's just a few things that I kind of want to show you very quickly on how to cut the mesh. Very simple. I did want to explain just a couple of things where I got everything. Amazon. Very simple. I have Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, use it. I just wanted to show you my favorite tools. Okay, so I will put the links down in the description once I'm done here, and so that way you can see what I use. And if you are interested, again, these are Amazon links. I'm not going to get very much commission from them at all, and needless to say, it will not cost you anything. So, but I might get, a penny or two on these if you use these links. So, hey, a penny or two adds up, right? So, I just wanted to say hello. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. You guys have a great day. Mwah. Bye.